Cream cheese. Okay. 500. A little small. What?
So good.
In your booth, to your right, a white box.
One of everything. Fact.
Hey, friends, what's up? I've got another free clip from the latest edition of Who Are These Free Beers? Check it out.
Steve found an article that he thought was super interesting and thought it would get the gang going on some conversations. And it's described as magical questions that are jumping off points for conversations. Here is him describing it.
Now, Steve, you brought something to the table that we're going to talk about.
I did, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the lemon spoonful.
Wow.
Do you believe in magic?
It's already clumsy how they work the music in. Just get to the bit. We don't need a prelude.
Do you guys believe in magic?
Yeah.
Sure, Steve. Yes. For advancement, I believe in magic.
Yeah, well, notably, magical questions. Do you know what magical questions are?
I don't, Stephen. Okay.
See, now what I just asked, that was not a magical question.
Okay.
That was a terrible example of a magical question.
Because that's a yes-no question.
Exactly. I came across this article last night, and I found it really interesting. And it was basically saying that if you want to have more...
Did he say I found it really interesting?
Yes, that's why. Yeah, when I did my description, I was like, "Yeah, here's something that Steve thinks is super interesting."
If I run that show, I'm like, if you find it interesting, it's not.
Right.
Don't bring it up. If you found it interesting, don't do it.
Mr. Owl Man.
You're the one who broke down in 2 segments. Yeah, the owl. Shit, God damn it, the owl. We're right back there.
Yeah.
Depth conversations with people, if you want to cut through the small talk, if you don't just want to,
how about the weather?
Yeah.
You see the Sox game?
So what?
Okay.
What do you do? Oh, an accountant. Oh, that's nice. You have to learn to ask magical questions because, something like a magical question would be, "What's the weirdest thing you've ever found in your pocket?"
Great.
Okay. Because I think they even reference because there's going to be a backstory.
I guess, or it's going to get people to all have something to say in the group.
Yeah, they would all, which is basically this show anyway. Basically, the whole show is a magical question, except replace magical with shitty.
Yes.
I like how they started off with this big start of playing the magic song, and then, hey, do you believe in magic? And then really this has nothing to do with actual magic, though.
Oh, but not everybody knows that. You heard this?
I'm setting you up, baby. I'm setting you up.
So, Steve gives an example of a magical question, and Kelly and Maitland are totally clueless on what they are doing. Let's find out what kind of questions they thought were being asked.
And by the way, in that first clip, you know what a magical question is? And then Maitland goes, yeah. Like she knows.
Right.
She doesn't know.
No clue.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever found in your pocket? Because everybody typically thinks of something, and it's not just going to be...
That's when the light bulb went off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So, I thought we were asking magicians questions.
Okay.
You're an idiot.
I don't have a problem with them being stupid and admitting it. That's actually, if you're going to be a fucking moron, I mean, that's no different than is the moon the planet, is the moon the moon, frankly.
Right.
So, all right. I mean, maybe, I think that if they just made fun of her and busted her balls over that, that's one thing. But this goes in a weird direction, Ben Glaze.
It sure does. It goes back and forth between Steve asking what his magical questions are to Kelly asking questions that she would have asked to a magician.
And no one's buying it. It's all stupid. The audience does not. I noticed the audience reacted to nothing in Cape Cod as to what was happening on the show. Nothing at all. They were quiet as hell.
So here's an example of some magician questions that Kelly wrote to ask.
No.
Like when a coin vanishes, where does it go? Does it go in your shoe? Where does it go? Have you accidentally teleported yourself somewhere you're not supposed to be? I have a whole list of questions.
Okay, she's flabbergasted and the gang is busting a gut. This is great.
Yeah.
This is so awesome.
So here's Steve asking Hot Wings one of his magical questions that leads to no big conversation, and Kelly jumps in with a blurt that leads to a noise.
Oh, no.
Okay, Hot Wings, what is one rule that you had growing up that you look back on now and you think was totally unnecessary or even a little bit funny?
What a dead-end question. What is the rule you had? You mean like your mom and dad put a... Is that what he's asking? I don't know.
Yep.
Don't rob a bank. Don't get a chick pregnant.
Yeah.
A rule?
Yeah.
He always does that. He sounds like Scooby-Doo.
Right.
Oh, I had no rules. I was a lone wolf and did my own thing, Steve.
Did you?
Yeah, I was grounded a lot. Like, a lot.
I have a magician question.
Oh, okay, Kelly. Again, if there are any magicians in here, feel free to speak up.
To qualify to cut a person in half, do you have to go to any sort of medical school?
Great question. And yes, great noise.
That was
from
Maitland.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, Steve started this out by saying, hey, I found this. It was so interesting. So he's like in charge of this segment. He's leading it. And it's so bad.
It's horrible.
He should never be allowed to commandeer a segment. He doesn't have the ability, droning on and on. That alone by itself. Steve could be announcing that he now has the ability to cure cancer, and it would be boring.
Yes,
because
it would.
he just doesn't have any ability to actually present something in a way that is interesting or compelling. It's always droning and white noise.
But if Freebeer was there and he was leading this segment with the same questions, it still would be total horseshit.
Oh, absolutely. But I think that.
But yeah, it makes it extra shitty.
Yeah. It still would be shitty, but it would be shittier for different reasons.
Yes. And then I highlighted that noise for clip 5.
Okay, Hot Wings, what is one rule that you have?
Okay. Her example of all the magic questions.
Yeah.
She's trying so hard in this entire live show to make up for the fact that Greg's not there, and that is one of the many examples that she uses, or that she does, of trying to, I don't know, in her brain compensate, but it just comes off. Everything's laying flat.
Yes.
And silly.
So here's a question for Kelly that Steve thinks is stupid, but asks anyway, and it's a great jumping off point for an incredible conversation.
Oh, no.
Kelly.
Yeah.
See, I don't think that this is a good magical question, but the article does, so it's basically...
Again, silence in the background.
The gospel. When was the last time you blew up a balloon with your own mouth?
What? I went to Maitland's roommate's 30th birthday party, and we blew up so many balloons.
We did.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
great.
When was the last time you blew up a balloon with your own mouth?
Yeah. Well, how is that a question for like a jumping off point?
Yeah. How is
for a
that
group of
magical?
people?
I don't understand. I'm so
It's
confused.
just stupid. This should be stupid questions.
Right. It's and again, perfect for what they do now. What this show is now is numerous segments a day with this. This isn't that different than like the people need advice bullshit or whatever fabricated thing that they're ripping off of TikTok or bullshit like that.
And what I like is that it fell into the second segment of the day, which is where a lot of these great segments seem to land.
Yes.
So another question for Hot Wings, and it's totally a Hot Wings question, and we get a totally Hot Wings answer. Yet another reason why these questions are stupid from a stupid article that leads to no good conversations.
Hot Wings.
Yeah.
What is your favorite building in your community?
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit.
If you ask this to anybody like me or you, it's like, who gives a fuck?
Right. You'd be committed.
But Hot Wings, of course, has an answer.
And when did it become so?
The favorite building in my community.
Out of everybody who's going to have a favorite building in their community, it's Hot Wings.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a big fan of the former art museum, which is very Gothic. It has some beautiful columns. I believe it's the Art College now.
Oh, yes. Yeah, right around the corner from the station.
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah, they're literally answering rather than doing anything interesting or funny.
Yes.
It's a beautiful
Yeah, he's actually saying, yeah, my favorite building is this one. Oh, okay, cool.
building.
When did it become so?
Probably
Specific, please.
probably about 20 years ago when there were less buildings and you could see it from our building.
Hilarious. I've got more where that came from later. But for this next one, I can't remember the question Steve asked, but it led to Kelly talking about something riveting and a halt in conversation when this magical question is not a jumping off point for others to chime in.
All right.
I immediately just thought of blue toothpaste when you were a kid. For whatever reason, blue toothpaste always had like that glitter in it.
But
and
like,
it
what
tasted
flavor
so
was
good.
it?
I'm not sure, but it was so pungent.
Yeah.
And that glitter, it's like microplastics, right?
For sure.
We're 80%
yeah.
For sure.
microplastics at this point.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Especially from the 80s and 90s. They just put plastic in everything.
You got any more? Oh, you waiting for me to
Oh, no.
ask a magic question?
Well, I was waiting for the conversation to continue because that's what this list of magical questions said. It said it's going to spark conversation.
Oh.
Okay.
He's just counting on it to work, so he just stops talking.
Yes, and it didn't work. He's waiting for, someone else like Hot Wings to chime in or something, but nothing.
Good God. Tyler writes, Maitland is just overly excited that Greg isn't there to make creepy comments to her. Chris describes this as long-form John Tesh. Oh, God. All right, that's 8 clips in the book, Ben Glaze.
Yes. Well, here we go. I talked about laugh talking. Here's Hot Wings' hot take on the last clip. And don't forget to laugh talk.
I mean, I think that might be a good question in a room full of dentists. Like, what's your favorite toothpaste?
Yeah.
What's your favorite toothpaste? Oh, man. So we've got another question for Hot Wings. Steve asks a great question, finally, that actually leads to something good. Is this sarcasm? You be the judge.
Hot Wings, what is a food combination people eat that you just can't get behind?
Anything involving green olives. I cannot get behind that. Yeah, I just find them putrid. I just think they're the worst.
Oh.
So, that.
Just ends? That's it? Holy shit.
Yes.
Oh,
and
my
nobody else has anything. It's just, that's just it.
Oh, God.
Fucking brutal. So we're almost done with this segment, but here's a question for Kelly that Steve thinks will finally lead to a debate. A great magical question, a great question that leads to a great rock show, or leads to great rock show content.
Okay.
Kelly,
Yes.
which is the best Ben & Jerry's ice cream flavor?
Oh, my God.
This will cause debate here.
That's what he's been shooting for. We haven't gotten any debate with food combos and best buildings, but this is the big one.
You know I'm a TCBY
yeah.
banana chocolate girl. But
That's right. You think frozen yogurt is the ice
Right, the
Yeah.
Arthur flavor from TCBY that was available in your town for like a week.
Yeah, with real bits of aardvark.
Look, that was devastating when they discontinued that ice cream. Okay, I think it's everything but the kitchen sink. That one's good.
Oh, no.
It's got everything.
But
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Fish food. I'm a big fish food fan.
Ooh, what's in fish food?
That's like it's like chocolate and marshmallow
Oh,
and
my
like little
God.
chunks of chocolate and
Did you
it's
hear?
fantastic.
That's what this like the listenership has come to. They're talking about Ben and Jerry's ice cream, and Steve says one, and the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, all right. Now we're getting somewhere with ice cream talk.
Fuck yeah.
I love Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
They have a really good non-dairy one. It's called Netflix and Chilled, and it has hunks of chocolate and some caramel and some pretzel in it.
Oh, yum.
It's really good.
Give her some Oxy. Just shut up. That's it, my free clip of Who Are These Freebeers? The full show, number 57, is available for free on my Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. That one and the 56 before it, they go about 45 minutes to an hour. There's also a ton of other content on my Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. 7 days free when you sign up. You have to put in a payment form, but you can just cancel that and still enjoy the 7 days. And it does not matter when you cancel it, whether it's right after you sign up or closer to the end of the 7 days. You're still not getting charged. You still get the 7 days no matter what. But hopefully you'll like it and keep it going. $5 a month for all the audio, $10 a month for audio, video, live streams, audience participation, Zooms, and first crack at brand new material. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Thanks so much for checking this out. Even the haters. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.